My Adopted Son's Bioparents Want Him Back Part 3. Hello. It's been 2 weeks since Thanksgiving, and I made a major decision that will hopefully make the situation turn out for the better. Daniel met his paternal grandparents for the first time ever. It was very touching as the estranged become reunited after years of being denied. Kathy and Kyle, her husband, thanked me and my parents for providing Daniel with the love and care his biological family failed to provide. Kathy told me I was the best thing God have given to Daniel. She told me I am a man of integrity, kindness, compassion, and generosity. I felt humbled at the praise since doing such is what makes a parent a parent. The reunion was held at my parents' house. It was hard to miss since it was the biggest house in the neighborhood. It's a large 6-bed and 10-bath home with a spacious private backyard that was designed like a private park. There were 3 lounging pools to relax in to enjoy the greenery. To be honest, it's a mansion. It used to be my maternal grandparents' home before they passed away. Kathy and Kyle would be living with my parents for a few weeks up until the second week of January. They'll be spending every moment catching up with Daniel, get acquainted with me and my parents, and discuss how to deal with Daniel's bio family. Daniel has been loving it here ever since I sent him to live with my parents. It's bigger than my house, a small 2-bed and 2-bath home. Daniel had the master bedroom with the master bathroom when he was living with me. I moved from the master bedroom so Daniel could have it to make him feel welcome when I adopted him. The second bedroom was basically a toy room or entertainment lounge for me and Daniel to spend time together with. I've been doing fine sleeping in the living room on the couch. It's kind of what I wanted to do more as a kid growing up. Thanksgiving came the day after the reunion and my 3 sisters came with their partners and kids. Lila, 29, and her husband, Jacob, 29. They brought their son, Liam. Liam and Daniel get along pretty good as with last year and the year before that when they met for the first time. Sarah, 26, and Frank, 32, came with their newborn son, Greg, 8 months. Finally, my twin sister, Kayla, 24, and her boyfriend, Mike, 20. Yeah, I am, in fact, a 24-year-old man who adopted Daniel since 20. Thanksgiving was very special this year since it now included Daniel's paternal side of his bio family. My sisters were also told about the incident the day after it happened. They were quite disgusted and upset about it. Similar reactions were given by their husbands and boyfriend. The consensus was that I am Daniel's true father even if I'm not related to him. Blood was not everything in their eyes after hearing about Daniel's life story. I caught up with what my sisters were up to in their lives. I didn't use social media, which explains why I needed some catching up. My parents did, but they mostly used it to post memes and basic posts about mundane things in life. Lila and Jacob moved to a different city 3 hours away from the city. Me and my parents live. Lila worked in tech and Jacob was a stay-at-home husband. Lila's been working hard to get a promotion to a position that had better pay and benefits. I hope Lila gets it because she's qualified for it. Plus, the company she works for would be dumb not to have her in upper-level management. Sarah and Frank kind of fell on hard times with Frank losing his job at the power plant 3 months ago. He tried to find a job, but his lack of college education and the high competition made it nigh impossible. I'm certain they're going to be moving in with my parents in the future if things don't get better. I'm very concerned about their baby who might have to live his first few years in poverty. Me and my sisters grew up in a fair but tight financial situation growing up. There were times my parents had to save every penny just to afford gas, and it sucked not going anywhere farther away until next week. I plan on giving them some financial support I can afford to give to lighten their burden a bit. Hopefully, things will get better for them. Kayla is currently working hard to get her degree in business and is expected to graduate 2 years from now. Mike wasn't in college nor had any plans to, but like me, he currently works a low-level job that pays okay. And he does pay the bills and rent in their shared apartment. Thanksgiving dinner was lavish and extravagant as always ever since my parents moved into the mansion after my maternal grandparents' passing. No expense was spared for the food and drink. There was enough for everyone in the family and plenty to take home after dinner.
Afterwards, it was family time or leisure time. My sisters were in the living room with my parents to catch up on some things. Greg was with my sister since he's too young to be unattended. Kathy and Kyle retired to their bedroom for the night. My BILs and Mike were in a private theater watching a movie. I'm with Daniel and Liam in Daniel's bedroom playing some video games. It was that bonding time I made my choice. That choice was to get myself tested along with Daniel to see if we are matches for Vincent. If I turned out to be a match, I would be the donor for Vincent. I did a little bit of digging on bone marrow donation during the days until Thanksgiving. The symptoms do seem a bit unnerving, but not life-threatening. Safe recovery is expected, which is good. I'm volunteering for the sake of Daniel. He doesn't have to go through that if I'm around. I do, however, have doubts Daniel's bio family would even keep in touch with him or show any gratitude after the transplant. I can picture Daniel crying while asking me why his bio family won't love him after his donation. I'll still be there for Daniel when he needs me to be his father. After Thanksgiving ended, my sisters and their partners left for home to get back to their lives. I told my parents, Kathy and Kyle, about my decision to get me and Daniel tested for bone marrow donation for Vincent. They supported my decision and called it noble to do so. Kathy and Kyle would inform Daniel's bioparents about my offer and try to work from there. I don't know how the procedure and logistics work in full detail, but I'm confident I can handle whatever comes for me.